How to fix could not validate game ownership error in Fivem. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling one of the most frustrating launch problems in Fivem, the could not validate game ownership error. During our investigation, our technical team analyzed why the client fails to authenticate your copy of Grand Theft Auto V through Steam, Epic Games, or the Rockstar Games launcher. We tested every potential fix, uncovered the underlying configuration issues, and compiled the definitive, step-by-step troubleshooting guide to get you back on your favorite RP servers. Let us dive straight into the solutions. Switch to the Canary update channel. Our analysis revealed that the most reliable fix for this validation failure involves changing your Fivem build branch. Open your Fivem application directory, navigate to the Fivem application data folder, and open the citizen.fx ini file using Notepad. At the very bottom of the text file, add a new line containing exactly update channel equals Canary. Save the file and restart Fivem so the client downloads the Canary experimental branch, which resolves the broken authentication loop. Launch without administrator privileges. In many cases, running the Fivem client with elevated rights actually blocks it from communicating properly with your launcher background services. Right-click your Fivem shortcut, select Properties, and navigate to the Compatibility tab. Uncheck the option that says Run this program as an administrator and apply the changes. Launching as a standard user allows the client to inherit the exact token session from Steam or Rockstar. Fully restart and update Steam. If your game license is tied to Steam, a stale background session will immediately trigger a validation block. Completely close Steam from your Windows system tray, ensuring no Steam processes remain active in Task Manager. Relaunch Steam as an administrator. Allow it to check for any pending client updates, and make sure your library shows your copy of Grand Theft Auto V as installed and ready to play. Link your digital accounts in Rockstar Games launcher. Fivem relies on the Rockstar Social Club ecosystem to verify your license ownership, regardless of where you purchased the base game. Open the Rockstar Games launcher, go to Settings, and verify that your Steam or Epic Games account is correctly linked under your profile. If the link is disconnected or expired, sign out completely and log back in to refresh your digital entitlements. Clear Fivem application cache. Corrupted temporary files inside your client directory can prevent new authentication handshakes from completing successfully. Navigate to your Fivem application data folder and open the cache directory. Delete everything inside the cache folder, except for the game folder to avoid redownloading the entire base asset library. Relaunch Fivem so it generates fresh, error-free session files. Verify Grand Theft Auto V game files. An incomplete or damaged installation of Grand Theft Auto V will cause Fivem to fail its initial ownership check. Open your Steam library, right-click Grand Theft Auto V, select Properties, navigate to Installed Files, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. Allow the validation process to finish completely so any missing executable or authentication DLL files are automatically replaced. Delete the DigitalEntitlements folder. Windows stores your local Rockstar license tokens in a hidden program folder that can easily become corrupted. Press the Windows key plus R to open the Run dialog. Type %localappdata% and hit Enter. Locate the folder named DigitalEntitlements and delete it entirely from your system. The next time you launch Grand Theft Auto V or Fivem, a clean entitlement token will be generated from the servers. Run Grand Theft Auto V in single player first. Fivem needs a valid, recently updated local profile to read your game license properly. Launch the standard Grand Theft Auto V game directly through Steam or Rockstar Games launcher and load fully into story mode. Once you have loaded into the game world, save your game and exit cleanly to desktop before attempting to open Fivem again. Disable antivirus and firewall interference. Overly aggressive security software can silently block Fivem from reaching authentication endpoints. Open Windows Security or your third-party antivirus suite and add the entire Fivem application data folder as an absolute exclusion. Additionally, check your Windows Firewall inbound and outbound rules to ensure Fivem exe has unrestricted access to external networks. Check background services in Task Manager. Stale processes from previous crash sessions can prevent new instances from verifying ownership. Press Ctrl, Shift, and Escape simultaneously to open the Windows Task Manager. Search for any lingering instances of Fivem, GTAV, exe, Steam, or Rockstar Games Launcher. Right-click each one and select End Task to clear your system memory. Repair the Rockstar Games Launcher installation. If the background social club service is damaged, ownership verification will fail instantly. Press the Windows key, search for installed apps, and locate the Rockstar Games Launcher in your software list. Select Uninstall or Modify, choose the repair option if available, or perform a fresh reinstall of the launcher from the official Rockstar website. Reset your Windows network stack. Network routing issues or stale DNS caches can interrupt communication with licensing servers. Open the Windows Start menu, search for Command Prompt, right-click it, and select Run as administrator. Type ipconfig/flushdins, followed by netch winsock reset. Press Enter after each command, and restart your computer to apply the clean network settings. Reinstall the Fivem client completely. When internal configuration files become irreversibly broken, a clean installation is the most effective solution. Delete the Fivem shortcut and remove the entire Fivem application data folder from your system. Download the latest installer directly from the official Fivem website and run a fresh installation over your verified Grand Theft Auto V directory. Synchronize Windows System clock and date. Security certificates used for authentication require your system time to match global time servers exactly. Right-click the clock in your Windows taskbar, select Adjust Date and Time, and ensure that Set Time Automatically is toggled on. Click the Sync Now button to force an immediate update with the Windows Time server before launching Fivem. Create a clean Windows user profile. Occasionally, local user account permission issues prevent software from reading license registry keys. Open Windows Settings, navigate to Accounts, and create a new local administrator profile on your PC. Log into the newly created profile, open Steam and Fivem from there, and test if the ownership validation succeeds without errors. Disable overlay software. Third-party gaming overlays can inject code into launch processes and break authentication checks. Open your settings in Discord, GeForce Experience, and Steam to disable their respective in-game overlays temporarily. Relaunch Fivem without any background overlays active to ensure a clean handshake with the licensing server. Perform a clean Windows boot. Software conflicts from startup applications can interfere with game launchers. Press Windows key plus R, type msconfig, go to the Services tab, check Hide all Microsoft services, and click Disable all. Restart your PC so it loads only essential Windows drivers. Then open Steam and Fivem to test ownership validation. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.